Yeah, we honestly loved it. Wait, is there a couple scenes I had to like turn the camera
Yeah.
in the name of Twitch and my account, and
There's
also
there's some nudity in that.
yeah, I wasn't expecting it. I think hopefully like Twitch, can you forgive me? Like, hey, wasn't expecting it. It was like scenes came in too fast, and then we did turn the camera. You could watch if Twitch, if you actually like go through our videos, you can see that we actually did turn the camera
Yeah.
for one of the nudity scenes.
Yeah.
We do know the terms and conditions, terms of service. Viewer, thank you so much for coming back. We're sorry. Was it? I know we're gonna do the. We said earlier. I said earlier we're gonna do it in a few minutes. But I had to go pick up. But I had to go pick up my wife from work. But we're back.
Yeah, we're right back into it. I really liked it. I enjoyed it. The first one was really good. The first one was really short. I realized that story was like really short.
Yeah.
It was like the older guy, the old man, has a shop. Wife comes out and is like, we need to get rid of this already. Like we need to leave. Like we're not getting income from this. Like she was really like being like concerning wife. Like hey, like you do a lot for these people and they don't care about you. Like we should leave until like funny enough, one of the chiefs comes and gives them like a award for being so nice and kind to them and helping out. And then to me, I really liked that. I enjoyed it. I was like, oh, that's really cool.
Yeah. He gave it because they had borrowed. So he went ahead. He's like, well, we can't borrow and not have anything to trade in return. So we give you our own treasures, and it was a lot. Like they said, what do you say? How much it was worth? Like $10,000 or something?
Yeah, it was like $10,000, $15,000.
$15,000.
It was like around $15,000. I was like, oh wow. I was like, damn.
Yeah, it was worth that much. We was it honestly Creep Show Part Two, I should say.
Yeah.
Really good, and was it really like that first one was it, because the Native American statue, the one statue had gotten his revenge for hurting the elderly woman and man. Loved it. I honestly thought he was gonna just chop the hair of that one kid, the long-haired Native American.
Yeah, because he brought up the movie, brought up a movie that he told the older lady and the old man.
His hair.
His hair is so perfect. Like he waited like 9 years. It took 9 years for him to grow out that hair, and he was like telling the woman like how like it's like the woman that you ever saw that movie about the guy who has long hair and that hair get on powers, and then when the woman, the lover, cut his hair off and he had no powers no more. Like he was being so cocky about it too. He was talking about Hollywood. He was like talking about like like he was like sitting in the photo booth and he was like, yeah, like when I get to Hollywood, they're gonna tell me to come over here and they're gonna take pictures and film me, and I'm gonna be the next big thing. Like he was so full of himself.
Yeah.
And I liked it. I liked how they show what kind of character he is. Like he doesn't really care about anyone. He just cares about himself, and I like that because like this, like everyone says, like you payback is a bitch.
Yeah.
Payback is like when he like kills the older woman by accident. He didn't mean to kill her, but he did. He killed her, and then he kills the old man, steals the jewelry.
Yeah.
And then the guy that called him Fassel. Well, he calls him Fassel.
He was the first one to get attacked. He got what he had an arrow shot at his chest.
Yeah. Like he was watching the Three Amigos.
Yeah, the original one. Like I'm not the '70s one. We're going back like what, the '40s, '50s?
Yeah, like right in the '50s, I guess.
Yeah.
'50s or '40s. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, he just sitting there chilling. That was the one I had like Twitch. Please forgive me again. That was a scene with he had I believe a statue
Yeah, a statue and a photo.
and a photo on the photo was on the fridge, and that was something I was like,
The
okay,
photo was on the wall,
and then the statue.
and then the statue was like right there.
Yeah.
I think the statue was on the TV or something. It was one of the two.
Yeah, and I was like, God damn it! I was like,
it was a good thing that was fast though too.
It wasn't even any time for me to even move the camera away.
We didn't realize until we saw it. We were like, oh.
Yeah, I was like, God damn! I was like, I hope they don't remove our video of our movie stream.
But I'm still hiccuping. I'm sorry guys if you hear me hiccup in this video. But no, like I like the semi how you say it?
What?
What the three amigos, three friends, three amigos. When they're showing it, you get the summary of it. Like these guys, they do what they want to do and everything. And then later on, I don't think they get in trouble later on. But I don't know. It's been a while since I saw Three Amigos. But I like the similarities they got for that story. Like they show the Three Amigos how they're like doing stuff, and then they're doing stuff as well. And then the statue from the store comes to life, and he gets revenge because the older man treated him so well and respected him and repaints him and everything. So he gets back the payback. I love that. I like that. The statue comes to life and everything.
Yeah, it was like that statue, that Native American statue loved that old elderly couple so much. He was like, I'm gonna get revenge.
Yeah.
I like the hardcore, like he was talking about the guy with the long hair guy. Who is it? He got scalped.
Yeah.
I thought when I saw the hair,
I thought he did just cut the hair.
I thought he just cut the hair. I thought he was gonna. That was his revenge, and I thought he was gonna let him live.
But later on, no, you see the blood in the end, like
it's hanging from the hair.
It's hanging from the statue where the hair was in his hand, and you see the blood just dripping off.
I was like, okay, he killed him.
Yeah,
he scalped him to death. Honestly, like, pretty good. Was it that one? Or was it the second one? Being
the raft. The second one's called the raft.
Yeah, the raft. That was interesting. It was kind of like had the blob kind of feels.
Yeah, the blob type of feel for it. Like these three kids. Well, they're like adults. I think they're like around 20s, around my age.
Yeah, they're swimming in an area.
Mid-September, by the way, so that's kind of good. Yeah, these kids are crazy, man. I was like, I don't know about you, but mid-September it gets colder.
I mean. Even swimming here where we live is
the raft. There you go.
There you go. Yeah, the raft was the kids. Was it it had like feels of like it had elements of the blob.
Yeah.
Only thing is it's in a lake.
So oh yeah, it's like a little like lake pond.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say lake. I think it was like a lake type of thing.
Yeah, it looked pretty small, right? So I guess a pond.
No, a pond is like a.
It's like the.
It's like a little
duck pond we know.
Yeah, it's like a duck. Well, yeah, that's a duck pond. I think it is a pond. Yeah, it's like a pond.
It's small, right?
Yeah, it's like a small one. It had a mountain. Put in the comments if it was a pond or a lake. I'd say it's a pond. I think a lake is like you have to have a stream to follow the lake and stuff like that.
True. I didn't.
So yeah, I think it's like a pond.
Yeah, because lakes can have rivers that connect to it.
Oh yeah.
But we like September swimming. Well, I mean...
Well, in Texas, we're fine because it's always hot in fall.
Yeah, I mean...
But some other places, it's like... It gets colder in mid-September. They say mid-September.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Maybe they were like... They kind of had that feel like they were in like...
I feel like they were in California or something. That's what it looked like.
Oh, yeah. That's
but
right.
I don't know.
Yeah, it had that feel. I didn't even think about it. I was gonna say
because the desert, it had that desert look.
Half desert, half woods.
Yeah, like type of thing.
Yeah, so yeah, California would definitely be like the area they were in.
Yeah.
We were, but yeah, they were. The raft. It was honestly, that one had the brutalest death.
Yeah, it really did. When the blob comes out, like it looks like you see that freaking solid can coming off of it. I don't know, you saw it when
I saw it. It was a 2-liter bottle sticking out of
bottle or something.
You're gonna shock your system so you don't get the hiccups.
Right.
And then you're gonna chug the
And no, the deaths were honestly weren't where I was expecting. I was not expecting that type of death.
Mm-hmm.
I was expecting it as cartoony. Kind of looked with the older man and woman. It looked pretty cartoony.
Mm-hmm.
But the second one in that one being that, what was it, the raft
Mm-hmm.
with the oil slick thing, whatever. That was a more brutal death than I was expecting at all. Because their faces were bloody. They were melting,
it was like
burning.
it's melting, like burning. Like, you know how
The one chick had her skeleton left.
Yes.
Her skeleton was sticking out.
You saw that her fingers were like the skeleton
Was melting.
Yeah, melting. The skin was melting. You see the bones.
And the bone was melting
That
too.
was actually more gruesome than the first and the last one. Literally the last one. No, not. Yeah, literally the last one. I think the last one they really showed that much gore.
The last one had
It had it, but
it had feels of, what was that movie? It had, what you said it was by, what is it, produced by Stephen King?
yeah, he made Creepshow. So he's the creator of Creepshow, and he was the producer of the first and second Creepshow, like the Creepshow. He produces all that. So yeah, it makes sense. Like,
yeah, and the second one there was an Easter egg. There's the It book.
the It book in the last
Stephen
one.
King. Yeah, the last one.
He had to put. Come on, you gotta put some sponsorship on your books.
You know, you gotta, like, was it get it out there? I got a book. He was
I think during that time, it did came out during that time.
80s, right?
Yeah.
80s movie. Yeah.
1987. That's when that came out.
Oh,
so during
yeah.
that time, it probably did.
It just came out, so
Yeah,
that book was fresh.
Makes sense why he did that.
Yeah, because he usually puts the book out, then he does the movie.
Yeah.
But it had feels of, like, what is it, like the Twilight Zone?
Oh yeah.
Had Twilight Zone feels like, you know,
I had that Twilight Zone
like,
vibe.
Yeah, like the woman is coming home from having an affair,
Mhm.
and she hits a hitchhiker.
Oh yeah.
And hit and run, she's dead. But, like, dude,
It was crazy.
like,
bro.
she keeps seeing him, so that's why I'm saying.
It really that movie really had like Twilight Zone vibes. So I really enjoyed that. I liked it. It really like helped. I really loved that movie. That was a really good movie. Like,
Yeah.
3 creepy stories. It was really good. The first one was good. The second one was great, and then the third one was like a relaxed to it,
I made 200.
but more of a how you say it, more of a
If you come with me, I'll buy you something from McDonald's.
But yeah, but it had that vibe of the beginning good, second great, and then the third one relaxed. Cause mostly just her in the car, mostly like trying to like
Get away from
the person that she literally just run over, and a lot of like Sajara, how you say it, Sajara, I can't even talk today. Meant like more of a
psychological.
Yeah.
It's a
Type of
psychological.
scare.
It's a psychological thriller, like The Shining.
Mm-hmm.
Just like watching The Twilight Zone. Psychological.
You could.
Kind of like, it's the thing of that she thinks he is dead, but she keeps seeing him coming back.
Yeah.
And he keeps coming back alive. So the thing is, it's a psychological thing. It really does have. I see a lot of Twilight Zone kind of feel in it.
Mm-hmm.
So she can't shake this guy
Yeah.
that she killed. And the thing it's what's wrong? It just affected her psychologically. She couldn't. It was because she talks to herself. She's like, can you live with the fact that you killed this person?
Mm-hmm.
You ran over this person. And she's like trying to tell herself, you can live with it. You can live with it. She can't.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing I was thinking, I was like, oh, when the tree part, I thought her her bumper did come off, but I thought they were gonna get her for that. I was like, man, they're gonna find her bumper with a license plate.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna find her. They're gonna arrest her. Spoiler alert: the death. You want to talk about the death?
Yeah, we could talk about that when she gets to the house, and they're legit like when she's in the parking garage, the guy comes out, the person that she like they murdered, hit and drive, they like grabs her and like chokes her to death, and she's like plaguing her life to him and saying like, oh, like bribe him with money, like, oh, I give you $50. It didn't work out. no, it didn't. Like, because in her mind, she's like, oh, she's talking about money that she makes all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, I make $2,027. $27 will repair everything, and that will make it. I can make that up with it and everything because that's what she's doing. She's using money to. She's really like using people for money and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it really goes backfire on her and everything. And I like that. I like that they actually like.
She was about to lose her husband. I mean, she was having that affair.
Mm-hmm.
She was paying for it herself. Damn.
Yeah.
Man ho.
Mm-hmm. I know, right?
Dude, the fact that he. The thing is, like, that part right there where she, in her mind, she thinks he's choking her.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually the exhaust fumes choking her.
Yeah.
So when she has the vision that she sees him, she can feel him. The hitchhiker that she ran over, the garage door is closing. She has a closed-in garage with a garage door, and she still has the car running, and all that exhaust. Dude, she killed herself with carbon monoxide poisoning.
Yeah.
Her husband, weird turn of events.
Mm-hmm.
When she pulls up, she says, "Oh, my husband's still not home."
Mm-hmm.
It was, you pointed out, it was the station wagon that pulls up after
Mm-hmm.
finding the body on the side of the road.
Mm-hmm.
That's the husband. That's the husband that's calling somebody, calling the police, calling an ambulance.
Mm-hmm.
And he pulls up to the house. The reason why he's late is because he found the body. And the thing is, he pulls up to the house. She's dead.
What the sign on her
like,
there
says
on her
Dover.
chest. Yeah. Proving that she was the one who like literally killed that dude. And that was crazy, bro. Like in the end, it was like it was really crazy. I was like, that's really good. I like that Stephen King goes into details of his stories. He goes right into the details, especially for his books. He goes more in details of what they're thinking and everything. In the movie, he makes it really detailed of what she's thinking, what she's saying, and showing how she feels and everything. Especially with the end and showing with the sign and everything, the really details of that. I love that. That's what I love about Stephen King's movies and stuff like that. Movies and books, that he really gets into the details of the horror and what you expect. It's not like a jump scare horror. No, it's really the thinking, the psychological thinking of the horror.
Yeah, his psychological horror and thriller movies, like, they're, he did Christine.
Mm-hmm.
Great movie.
Yeah.
But that'll be for another time. I will bring up, because there's a whole backstory for that.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, unless you want me to bring it up, I don't know. If you want me to bring it up.
No, go right ahead, bro. If you want to bring it, it's really up to you.
Yeah, because we're doing this movie. So
Yeah.
we're doing Creepshow. Well, apart from Creepshow, this is one of my favorite stories because I'm an automotive person. I love anything automotive.
Mm-hmm.
All things automotive. This is one of the most interesting things. Is Christine is actually based on a true story, not true in the sense of like when you would watch the movie, you're like, oh, so this car was bringing itself back from the dead. You crush it. No. We're not talking. No. So the car didn't look the way it did. It wasn't the same car that this story is based on.
Mm-hmm.
The movie is based on the story. It's called The Death Car. Not the Death Car that I forgot, he was a famous movie actor that died in a car accident that the car was cursed. That's
Mm-hmm.
something else. Was it it was something James something, I forgot his name literally right now. But it was a 1961 Dodge Polara police car that had multiple deaths in it. It had like 4 suicides, a homicide, a murder, and a hit and run death. Just that one car, bro.
Oh, wow.
So this car carries a lot of, and the thing is, every time people have gone near this car,
Mm-hmm.
one of the accounts, there was a person that wanted to see the car. The original owner, or the second owner, got this car back. It was hers. She loved it. Now she's a Wiccan, and she also put some kind of hold on the car
Mm-hmm.
to not hurt anybody.
Mm-hmm.
But It won't hurt her. It won't hurt her family. But if you're a stranger and you touch the car, the thing is, this is up in Maine. She lives up in Maine. She has this car, and the thing is, people have gone to her private property, try to touch the car.
Mm-hmm.
There was one that actually managed to get all the way onto the property, touch the car. He murdered his wife and family.
Oh wow.
There was a kid that touched them. They were other kids were daring him touch the car, touch the car.
Mm-hmm.
He was found dead 3 days later.
Oh wow.
These are all accounts connected. So this car has a lot more deaths,
Mm-hmm.
and it's one of my favorites. You can find it on YouTube. The real Christine, the real car. I'm not talking about no, the real death car.
Mm-hmm.
There's a name already taken by the death car, but I call it that because there's so much connected to this.
Yeah.
But that's about all I have for that, man. About that story.
That's really cool.
Yeah, the other one is there you go, James Dean.
JD.
James Dean, famous actor, and his car, the little bastard. People would take parts from that one, and things just kept happening.
Mm.
I
imagine.
Somebody got ran over by the car.
Oh wow.
The brakes went out,
Mm-hmm.
rolled off the truck,
Mm-hmm.
and it killed somebody.
Oh wow.
When James Dean, I think James Dean was an actor and racer, or he was a race car driver.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was both.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say both, because he was racing it. When he raced it, he got in a severe accident that you couldn't even identify the body. It's just mangled up mess.
Yeah.
You couldn't even tell that there was a car. You could tell there was a car, partially, but just mangled mess.
Yeah.
But people, there was a couple of mechanics that saved a few parts.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted to put it on their own cars from his car called Little Bastard.
Yeah.
And the thing is, there's so many things. There was a robber
Mm-hmm.
that tried to steal the car.
Mm-hmm.
He ended up getting injured. Like he ended up like slicing his arm. Yeah, that's another haunted. Yeah, haunted cars are apparently a real thing. I mean, I would have never thought much. I mean, I dig into this kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I love automotive. This touches both. Two
Yeah.
things in one. Come on, automotive and horror. Come on.
That's crazy. That's really cool. But yeah, that's our review for Creepshow 2. We will be doing more of these reviews these coming months, and we thank you for watching and joining us, and thank you for the viewer who's been watching. Really appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Thank you for so much for catching up. All right, we're out.
All right.